Yes, welcome. Today we are going to be doing letter writing and essay writing. We are going to be doing what? Letter and what? Essay writing. What is a letter? What is letter writing? Letter writing is a form of communication between two people. You understand? That are separated by what? Distance. Because you cannot see himself physically. If you can see him, you will talk to him. If you can see him, you do what? You make a speech to the person, you will understand. You can communicate, isn't it? But if the person is far, you need to write a letter, is it not? Send either through the post office or through the email. Or you give somebody to give to him. Is that clear? That is letter writing. You understand? You communicate with somebody that you have distance separating between you and him. Is that clear? So letter writing is a form of writing communication between two people who are separated by what? Distance. Depending on the relationship between the communicators, if you want to write a letter to your friend, what kind of letter is that? Informal. What kind of letter is that? If you're writing to the governor of the state, the governor of Abia State or Kano, what kind of letter is that? Formal letter. You understand? So whenever you're writing, you need to know who you're writing to, because that will affect the way you're saluting, your salutation. If you're writing to the Oba of Benin, you have to say His Royal Highness, is it not? If you're writing to your friend, will you say His Royal Highness? No. You understand? So you need to know the person you're communicating to, you're communicating with. You understand? So that you know the way to address the person. So depending on the relationship between the communicators, friends, person to the governor of the state, etc., the mode of address changes, and the letter writing can be divided into what? 3 categories. Because of the mode, the way you address the person. You understand? So you can have what we call formal letter, the one you write to your friends, is it not? Semi-formal, like the one you write to your headmaster in class. You understand? I mean, formal letter, the one you write to the governor, is it not? Semi-formal, the one you write to your headmaster in class, is it not? Informal, the one you write to your friend, your brother, or relative. Is that clear? So all these changes, you understand? So when you're writing a formal letter, you should know how to put the address. There's one letter that has 2 addresses, is it not? What kind of letter is that? You understand? So you take cognizance of that. Features of a good letter, features of a what? How do you know that your letter is good? So that once you write it in WAEC, you will get very high score. How? Number 1 is what we call organization. You must organize your letter very well. You understand? When you're writing to your, maybe your mother now, you can say, first paragraph, you can use it to ask about how you're doing, is it not? Then you start telling him how the problem, is it not? Then the other one, you start talking other things and thanking him. You understand? So the organization must be there. Then under this organization, you must have something like, you must consider the address. The way you address when you're writing to your parents and the way you address when you're writing to the governor, are they the same thing? Salutation, His Royal Highness. Or concluding part, when you say yours faithfully. When you're writing a formal letter, you must say yours faithfully or yours sincerely, is it not? But if you're writing informal, you can be using anything you want. Title, paragraph, you understand? Make sure you take care of these things. All these things are classified under what? Organization, and they have how many marks? 10 marks in your essay, in your letter writing in WAEC or GC or NECO. Is that clear? 10 marks. Number 2 is the content. If they tell you to write about healthcare and you're writing about education, will you make any point? Make sure you know what they are telling you to write about. Is that clear? Make sure you know what the letter is all about so that you make the right point. Topic area. This can also be used for essay. If you're told to write essay about education and you go and you start writing about politics, will you get points? So take note of that. And it has 10 marks. Expression has 20 marks. Knowing the right terminologies. When you're talking about medical field, you'll be talking about virus, is it not? Diagnosis. You need to be using those terms so that when they hear it, they say, yeah, this guy knows much about health. If you're talking about law, you'll be using things like affidavit. You understand? Evidence. When you're talking to somebody, yeah, this person knows much about the law code. Judges, magistrates. Is that not clear? Now, another thing about expression is you need to use idioms and figures of speech. If you're writing your essay or your letter and you're using idioms, proverbs, figures of speech, you'll be getting high score. You'll be getting high what? Other than using just simple English. You understand? Use idiomatic expression. You know what idiomatic expressions are? Figures of speech, simile, personification. You understand? When you use it much in your essay or in your letter writing, you get high score. And that's why expression contains how many marks? Now, mechanical accuracy, you need to know when to put full stop, when to put comma. Is that not true? When to use present tense and when to use what? Past tense. Use of what? Know the right words to use. That is what? Mechanical what? Accuracy. Mechanical what? Your punctuations have to be there. You understand? When you're supposed to start a word with capital letter, you know after full stop, the next word starts with capital letter. You need to put it. If you don't, you will not be getting the marks on mechanical accuracy, which is how many marks? Is that clear? Are we together? Are we together? So having learned this, we are quickly going to look at, hey, you've not written back. Sorry, please write it down, Or you've written some back. The place I've cleaned, you've written them already back. Good. So I wanted to, listen first, I'm not going to clean again. I wanted to look at the various types of letters that we have. And we say we have what? Informal, semi-formal, and what? Formal. Those are the three types, is it not? Yes. Informal is when I'm writing to my girlfriend, or my wife, or my child, or my friend. Is that not informal? Yes. What is semi-formal? You're writing to somebody you're closer to, you understand? But not very close to, you understand? What is formal? When you're writing to somebody you're not even close to, official letter, official person, you understand? You're writing to the VC of the school. Is that clear? You should know how to arrange your addresses, is it not? Then when you're closing, the closing salutation, you should know. The kind of words that you use, informal words that you would have used when you're writing to your friend, you cannot use it for your teacher, and you cannot use it for the governor of the state. You understand? So those are the things that differentiate these three forms of what? Letter. Then I'm giving you an assignment. You're going to write 3 letters now and submit to me 3 letters. I'm going to give you a paper to write them. One is an informal letter. You're writing to him. He's writing to you. Is that clear? One is a semi-formal letter, write to me. And another one, you're addressing the FCT minister, telling him what and what you want to happen in FCT. Are those clear? Immediately after this class, come and take your papers and write your letters. Is that clear? Thank you.